A lot of people in America and places like that don't understand the English class system. Today I'm going to be explaining it by talking to a few people from the class groups. First off, I have a working class man. His life is very tough. He works long, hard hours and gets very little money. Let's find out what he thinks of his life. So, just what are your working hours? Oh, right, I work 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It's good life though, you know. So how much do you earn? I had to buy a new whippet recently because my old one died. Oh, I was absolutely bankrupt almost. I was right behind on the rent. People banging on the doors, threatening to take the furniture. Oh, it's terrible. So, just what are your working hours?
I work as many hours as I can because I have a detached house to pay for every month. And, well, I couldn't possibly go back to living in a council house. It just wouldn't do. The children would hate it and they'd all get picked on at school.
So, how has the credit crunch affected you?
Yes, the credit crunch is a terrible thing. I mean, without those white-collar types, our country would certainly be in the shit. And my BMW would have to be replaced for a Vectra.
So, how has the credit crunch affected you?
Well, to be absolutely honest, I'm not even entirely sure that the credit crunch actually exists. I think it's probably just a bunch of moaning, lazy liberal wannabes trying to get their foot in the door.
And what do you think of the class system here in the UK?
Yes, good question.
So, just what are your working hours? Work? What do you mean work? Well, I do have a lovely little project at the moment. It's a lovely little old biplane that I'm actually repairing. I guess that's what you mean by work. So how much do you earn? Paid? Oh, I can get paid for fixing my old biplane. What are you talking about? And what do you think of the class system here in the UK? Yes, well, I suppose I guess it must come in handy in some ways. You've got to have people to serve you in the supermarket, haven't you? Where would we be without the lower class scum? Okay, are we done now? I'll fuck off after my house. So, as we've seen, there are more classes of people than you might have imagined. All of these different classes, of course, serve a very useful purpose. We should never forget, if it wasn't for the middle and upper classes, I wouldn't have a job in the BBC. Next week, I'll be presenting Coast. Good night.